Hello everyone, Dr. Shahana here. I'm excited to talk to you today about a concept that I like to call the emotional bed. What's the emotional bed? For the longest time, I really truly believed that we didn't like negative emotions. We didn't like uncomfortable emotions until I found myself always in an uncomfortable or negative emotion. I think especially having 3 young kids too, I found myself chronically anxious, constantly overwhelmed, fatigued most of the time. And I think what was interesting to me was that this whole notion that we really try to always forge on to positive emotions wasn't quite accurate. What I soon realized was that, yes, emotions can be comfortable or uncomfortable, but oftentimes we are drawn like a magnet to the familiar. We are drawn like a magnet to the familiar, and this brings about an extremely important component, a very important lesson on your brain. Think of water that's flowing downstream off a riverbank. Water follows the easiest and most efficient route. It doesn't always have to make sense. It perhaps isn't the smartest thing in the world, but it will always do what's easiest and efficient. Your brain is the exact same way. Your brain doesn't care whether it's healthy or not, whether it's productive or a waste of time. It is adaptive. So for whatever is familiar to it, whatever is efficient, whatever it perceives as easiest, it will do. And the same thing is true with your emotions. The emotions that you've had the most practice with, just like playing your favorite song on the piano. I remember my fingers used to just move along the piano with the songs that I used to practice and I was the most familiar with. I didn't have to think about it for a second. For me, my emotional bed, the emotions that I, like a railroad track, like a train on the pathway, will go on to the minute that I feel uncomfortable or stressed or overwhelmed, is that of fear and anxiety. Those are default emotions for me. And the truth of the matter is that we all have these default emotions. We just need to find them. Imagine trying to get out of that warm, cozy bed on a Monday morning and your alarm is blaring. What do you feel? You feel that weight of the comforter on you. You feel the cold patch of when you put your hand underneath the pillow. You feel the sensation of warmth within all of your blankets. That same comfort, that same sensation is often given to us when we revert back to and fall back into, dare I say, the traps of the emotions that typically comfort us. So let me use myself as an example. I just told you overwhelm, fear, anxiety is very much my emotional bed. So really picture this. Really picture that you yourself are in that cozy bed, and whatever emotion that you default to in a time of stress, in a time of anxiety, in a time of uncertainty, that is the emotional bed.